Alrighty then. Now we're gonna go pick up some food, but I just wanted to talk a little bit in vertical about stuff I would normally talk about in horizontal with a nice camera, but we're just gonna update you on the guitar situation. We got a Gibson Les Paul in white with the gold hardware ordered. It arrived, unfortunately, with a broken headstock. What caused it? Did the case cause it? Was it already broke? Was it not repaired good? I think all of that. So I took it to the shop.
All right, we're here at Liberty Music in Jacksonville. I can't flip the camera around, but I got the guitar right here. Well, here she is. The case is all kinds of jacked up, but we're just gonna see if they can get her repaired. I really don't want to open it again, but you can already see, like, yeah, see the red. We'll just see what they say. It's okay, girl, we'll get you fixed. And they're like, yeah, we think it's the case, but also, like, it was not repaired properly to begin with. I'm not gonna fault the guy for that. We all saw. It wasn't properly repaired, as we know. So with that information, the store was like, dude, how much did you pay for this? Because this is bad. He just didn't want me to get screwed over, and I appreciate that. But here's the thing, I told him, look, I got a great deal on it. I got this case too, but is this case a Les Paul case? And he's like, wait a second. It's a 70s vintage case, and I think it's worth some money. The plot thickens. He said, look, okay, it's damaged, was beat up, but it's a 70s case. So I gotta blow the horn at people because they came to a complete stop on the road. But I hate to do it, but I hope they're not too offended, but that's just the way it goes. The 70s vintage beat up case, man, my car almost got beat up. I think it put too much pressure on the neck, which was already bad to begin with, as we know, causing that crack in shipping. The good news is Reverb, they said they're gonna handle the repair. This section, we're gonna talk about the pickups. I just had to pay, what was the exact amount? I mean, it's $89 in tariffs from DHL. They let me know that I needed to go ahead and pay that in order for it to get through Atlanta to Jacksonville. So I paid that on top of the 550 American dollars. That's like 412 British pounds sterling. I'm really happy with them. They're gonna be gold, they're gonna be awesome. And there's none available in the United States of America. Here's the other thing with the shop. I told them, look, I want to do bare knuckle silos, that's it. The 498R, 498T, whatever, they're okay. But I asked the dude, like, what would you do? You know, a lot of people upgrade these, right? He's like, yeah, they do. They're not as good as the custom buckers or whatever, but we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. Someone's directly behind me, so pause for just a second. The good news is I could make some money back on those pickups. I mean, I feel like I could get a couple hundred, but we'll see, maybe only $100. Might be able to get some back on the other hardware too that I'm selling. They were like, look, because I'm a friend of the store, they will install my new bridge, my new gold hardware. They might even set up the guitar for free. I was shocked. Like, he's telling me all this stuff that they're gonna do. Installing the pickups, doing all the gold hardware, the new brass saddle, the gold tuners, the gold, all the gold. And they're repairing the headstock to make it look right with the correct white and blending it in like it never happened, he said. They're doing it right, and I'm gonna have a guitar equivalent to any other guitar out there that's exactly what I wanted and ready to rock and roll. I had to go ahead and prepay for that $532.50. So once I did that, the guitar, now I'm out over $2,000 for this guitar so far with everything included. I knew it would be over $2,000 to get it up to the level of a $5,000 guitar. Again, we're just throwing numbers out around here, just as good as any Gibson customs without the binding. The other things by hand, which do, you know, enhance it that little bit, but really we're right there neck and neck with it. And because now we're getting that $500 back, we're getting a new case. That case would have been some shame. I trust the shop because I've trusted them before.
I really do think that I've made the right choices. I was scared the gold wasn't gonna match, but now that we've seen the gold, really the only other question is when they call me, you know, what does it sound like? I have not played this guitar. All right, what day is it? It has been, I guess I gotta retrace, it's been 4 weeks. I thought by now I would have already made a video talking about it. We would already be changing out the hardware. I ordered the hardware a month ago. I can't believe it's taken this long. I knew that it would take a while to make sure the headstock is locked and loaded. I just did not think that we would be sitting here a month later with absolutely no progress made other than the repair. But I will say, once it's repaired, it's repaired. It'll be strong, that's what they said. So here's the information that I got. I reached out around that 2-week mark. I said, hey, just checking in. Thank you guys for doing the surgery on her. Checking visiting hours, like it's in the hospital. And he said it's looking good. He's gonna talk to Ed about it. He'll get back with me. Well, he didn't get back with me. It was Monday, you know, a few days later. I reach out. I didn't get a text back from Trevor. So I went ahead and called the store. They didn't answer. I left a voicemail. This has been a recurring theme. Ed then texts back pretty quick. I'm assuming it's Ed, and says 3 words. Sometime next week. It's been going into 10 days since I left that voicemail and got that. And this is sometime next week. We're in the back end of the week. Really should be getting this guitar tomorrow or the day after. You pretty much know, okay, we put the glue in this day, we're gonna wait a week from that, and we should be done. That's what I would like to know, if that's what they were working on. So maybe I'll ask about that when I go in the shop. But it led me to think, getting a little conspiracy tinfoil going on, did they subcontract it out? Which is cool, I don't care as long as it's done great. But if they're subcontracting it out, is it possible that that's why they don't know and that's why it's taking this long, and maybe they're not wanting to deal with it? Sometime next week is general. You know, I just like to know what's going on. I like that communication. No big deal. But I was a little worried. Here we are. 10 days later. No guitar. Got my quad Cortex. Got hardware. Everything's ready and waiting for this guitar. We're going to be very excited to get the, you know, pictures and close-ups, the videos, and play it and do all the tests. This has been a journey of waiting, and the patience is going to pay off, I know. But it's weird not having a really good playable guitar, even though I'm getting some good play. If you want to check out that video I did, getting the quad Cortex in and A-Bing against my old Boss pedal switch. Check that out, it was fun. But it just doesn't sound quite right, and I didn't want to dive into tones because of that. So I'm really waiting on this Gibson to dive into tones. But now I'm going out, because I am now out again trying to get some food to come back home as I watch the 2026 Milano Cortina Olympic Winter Games and chill and maybe practice some guitar tonight. But that's about it. No updates. I thought, well, it'd be nice to give some sort of update rather than no update, because I mean, this is a big deal. Very excited to get the new parts installed and get it just dialed in and just reawakening this whole love of guitar. Doing what this channel is all about, which is creating and appreciating music and being a part of this wonderful music community, showcasing the beautiful people in it. Appreciate you stopping by. Keep on grooving your way. We'll see you back.